Good evening and welcome. This is VA3CJZ opening the Amateur Radio Exchange Group for Wednesday, February 24th. I was going to say January, and which is week 1432 that the AREG has been on the air. My name is Chuck, and my station is located in East Hamilton, below the escarpment. This informal simplex net, originally founded by John, VE3JSU, is on every Wednesday night, starting at 8 p.m. and ending at 10 p.m. local time here on 146.430. While this is a simplex net, it is likely that not everyone will be able to hear everyone else. This should not discourage you from participating, and it may encourage some of you to improve your station. Keep in mind that relaying communications has a long history in amateur radio, and so we encourage the practice for asking for a relay when a station is unable to hear the other party or to pass on a message. We ask that you please try and leave a 2 to 3 second delay between transmissions to allow others to break in. May I now have check-ins for this evening's AREG?
VE3GNP.
Okay, we have VE3GNP. Anyone else?
VE3 Kilo Mike Quebec.
Okay, VE3 Kilo Mike Quebec. All right, we'll start with that. Good evening, Garnett. Welcome. How are you?
Good evening, Chuck and on there. No, I'm not doing too much. Just hooking up the new TV. Got the new TV tonight. Finally come in tonight from Amazon.
Oh, yeah. What size is it, may I ask?
50 inch. And it's a smart TV, so it's got the Netflix and everything built right into the TV and everything. It's working good. I'm just in the process of hanging on the wall now.
Yeah, lots of fun. Be sure to find the studs. Yeah, we got one that's 40 something, I forget now, but also a smart TV. It's a 4K TV, and the picture is just, even on 1080p, it's beautiful. I love it. I think it's a Samsung.
Yeah, this was a Samsung. It's a 4K TV, smart TV.
There you go.
It works pretty good. I got it hooked up on the floor right now, but I'm just putting the brackets on it. Now it's hanging on the wall.
Oh, very good. Very good. Okay, then, Garnett, you going to hang around with us for a little while?
Yeah, I'll be in and out, but I'll be here for next round.
Okay, and I just want to, before I move along, let everyone know that we are streaming live on YouTube. Just put into the search box in YouTube my call sign, VA3CJZ, and you'll see the live button there. Okay, let's move on to the next person on the list, VE3KMQ. Mike, good evening, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, good evening, Chuck, and everybody else on the net this evening. This is VE3KMQ over in Aldershot, and basically just a check-in, but I guess the one bit of news with me is I finally got my package from Mauser Electronics, which basically was some ferrite toroids that I've ordered for my 160-meter in-fed half-wave antenna that I'll be putting up when the nicer weather comes around. So I'm going to be building a little transformer for it, obviously, to match the long wire to the 50 ohm input of or output rather, of the radio. So a lot of components, some SO239 panel connectors and whatnot. It took a little while, but I suspect it was probably because of the storm they had down in Texas, because that's where they ship from. So anyway, glad to get it in my hands, and I should be able to start the project, at least indoors, shortly. That's it for me, Chuck. I'll swing it back to you, VE3KMQ.
Okay there, Mike. Very good. Yes, you're lucky it didn't take too long to get it from Texas, because I was watching a video. They were showing truckers stuck at a truck stop. No power, which means no power to the pumps, which means no fuel. And a whole bunch of them were stranded there. So I was eyeballing something on the net that I wanted, I think a foot pedal. And It was cheap out of Texas, though, and I thought twice, I better wait a little bit. Okay there, Mike. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us. Much appreciated. VE3KMQ. Anything else before we go?
No, that's basically it, Chuck. Just a check, and I don't think I'll be sticking around just to let you know on that. But I do appreciate you doing the net, and you have yourself a good upcoming week.
Okay, Mike. Thank you, and same to you. Have a great rest of the week and weekend when you get to it. This is VA3CJZ with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Taking check-ins. Please come now.
VE3LBI.
VA3OYL.
VA3IMW.
Okay, very good. I copied 3 stations, LBI, OYL, and IMW. Okay, well, let's start off with Larry, VE3LBI. Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm good, Chuck. I'm checking in because Art's in there. Have you got the beam up working tonight?
No, sir. My configuration now doesn't include the beam tonight. I'm sorry. So if you would relay for me, please, I'll enter in Victor Echo 3 Kilo Charlie, India.
Yep, okay. Art, are you still in there? It's Larry, VE3LBI. Okay, can you hear Chuck at all or no? Okay, he does not have the beam in line tonight, so he can't point at your direction. Okay, so make it short because I have a short memory. Do you have anything you'd like to add to the net there, Art? Go ahead. Okay, are you going to stand by and pick us up later down the road here? Okay, Art, I'll pick you up next round. Chuck, he's nothing for the net. He's going to stick around for a bit there. I'm sure he can some of the other people that are in there. With that, you got a couple more behind me, Chuck, and I will pass it back to you, and I'll pick it up on the next round, okay?
Okay, sir. Sounds good. Thank you for that relay. We'll pick it up there when we swing back around to you. Well, let's go down to Deb, VA3OYL. Hello, Deb. How are you?
Oh, well, it's been a trying day, and just as I was about to come on the net, my microphone stand fell apart. The mic holder just fell apart. So now I'm holding the mic by hand, my desk mic. So either I go boom or, I don't know, or find a part for the desk part. And I have a sick puppy, so I was up all night last night with him, but he seems to be doing a little bit better, but still not perfect. Not well enough to, it'll be another long night.
Oh, no. What's happening? Getting just no energy, having accidents in the house, or what?
Yeah, he's having accidents in the house. I don't know if it's a pancreatitis flare-up or if he got into something outside. There have been raccoons around the last few nights or so maybe he got into some of he licked something he shouldn't have. Who knows?
Yes. Oh, well, I hope, is it a she?
Oops, it is a he, the stud muffin.
All right. Well, let's have positive thoughts for a quick get well soon there. I didn't say that right, but you know what I mean.
Okay, thanks a lot, and I'll be listening along.
Okay, before I let you go for now, what about that weather today there? Was it warm in your neck of the woods? On my porch today, we recorded 10.5 degrees Celsius. Amazing.
Oh, it was so nice. The sun was nice and bright and warm. You could feel the warmth from it. It kind of makes you think about spring a little bit.
Oh, it sure does, eh? That spring fever is starting, I know. I'm starting to feel it myself. Okay, Deb, you going to stick around a little bit?
Oops. Yep, I'll be here listening along, shopping on Amazon.
Get yourself a boom, a desk boom. That's what I'm using right now. We are streaming live on YouTube. Just put in my call sign in the search box on YouTube, VA3CJZ. If you want to join in, please do. Okay, Deb, thank you very much. Let's move along to Mac. IMW, VE3IMW. Good evening, Mac.
A comment.
Go ahead, comment.
Yep, actually, Mac, listen, I'm sure you can hear Art pretty good, VE3 KCI. If for some reason I'm not here, would you pick him up, please?
Shall do, Larry. No problem. You want me to go ahead?
Yep, okay, thank you very much. Back to net control.
Okay, let's say a big hello and welcome to VE3IMW, Mac.
Good evening, Chuck, and all on frequency. 72 degrees and sunny, indoors, and in my dreams. Sorry to hear, Deb, about your puppy being sick. I have the weirdest sense of humor. Of course, over the years, I've been called a sick puppy for many reasons, but not for those reasons. And hope he gets well soon. Yeah, I'm going to be here for the duration, Chuck. Not really much to share at this point, but I'm sure there'll be some additional conversation to be had as the night wears on. So I'll hand it back to you for the time being, and I'll be waiting for the next round. And obviously, if Larry's not around, I'll pick Art up and relay as required. So thanks for running this Wednesday evening. Look forward to it all the time. VA3IMW for ID.
Okay, very good, Mac, and very good signal tonight there. I've got you full strength over here, and when our pad shows up there, we'll be able to see if you can communicate with him on 2 meters direct. Okay, before we move along, I do have a couple of news-worthy items to mention. Tiger Woods, the golfer, had a single vehicle crash in LA County today, earlier this morning, and or was it yesterday? And he's recovering from surgery to his legs, so that remains to be seen if he's going to be continuing golfing or not. And of course, the big news on the Mars new rover that landed down. Everybody's excited about that. And then for us locally, the CNE is planning on reopening for 2021. So I'm sure it's going to be a lot different than we're used to seeing, because the Americans have been doing the fairs now for a little while under COVID. So let me break. Okay, well, that's it for now. Let's see. Next on the list, oh, we don't have anyone here. Let's see if anyone wants to be on the list. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Taking check-ins, please come now.
VE3OAB.
Okay, I've got VE3OAB. Phil, good evening, sir. Welcome. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great, considering the weather we had earlier today, but around 6 o'clock, that wind picked up, and the temperature, I think, is going to take a quick dive tonight.
Yes, I believe you're right there, Phil. I was just looking at the web page on the Weather Network, saying it's gusting to almost 40 kilometers an hour winds. So, yeah, it's going to dip down to like -3, probably feeling like -10 tonight. So whatever puddles we had there might be frozen over in the morning. Who knows?
Does that mean I got to bring up the bob skate so I can get along the sidewalk with all that ice?
Yeah, you might as well. They said tomorrow is going to be from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. It'll be a high of 0, but the sun will be out. So, yeah, you can splash that water while you're skating.
Oh, okay. I'll try that and see what happens. As long as I don't do the splits, I should be okay.
Oh, geez. Don't even mention that. My crotch is hurting just thinking about that there, Phil. At our age, yeah, good luck. So, how's things?
Oh, things are quite well here. I got rid of some of the snow the last couple of days. I just went out and kind of spread it out and let the golden rays come down and take it from white to liquid.
Yes, sir. I know the last few days there when the sun has been out, my frozen eaves trough have been dripping water there at the corners of the building. So, yeah, it's good. Like Debbie was saying, spring is kind of in the air. People are starting to feel it now with that sunshine, longer days, and a bit warmer temperatures. So, yeah, it's looking good.
Yes, that's quite true. And you heard about some of them from outside the area coming to this area here to look at the ice falls.
That's funny you mentioned that because I was watching that news story on CH about the climbers at the ice falls. And then the following day, it was jammed with people.
Yes, and they also interviewed some of them, and quite a few of them were from outside this area. So if our numbers go up, you'll know why.
Yes, I agree, Phil. I was watching that closely myself, and they mentioned out-of-towners. It's bound to happen. So, anyways, you're going to stick around for a bit there with us, Phil.
Oh, yes, I'm going to stick around and listen to everything that everybody has to say.
All right there, Phil. Great signal. You're bouncing in between a S9 and 10 to 20 over S9. So, good job there. Okay, let's see if anybody else is out there. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie, Juliet, Zulu with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Taking check-ins. Please come now. Okay, nothing heard. This might be a good time to bring up the upcoming contests for amateur radio. This weekend, there's a couple of them I'm interested in. We have the CQ 160 meter contest for sideband. Unfortunately, my antenna only does 80. But for those of you out there with full capabilities for antenna-wise there, it's a good one for you. The other one is the REF contest for sideband. And that's for France and the surrounding territories. But it's global, of course. And that, of course, is starting on February 27th, running into February 28th. And then we have, of note, the South Carolina QSO party. It's going to be short, just a few hours. The North American QSO party, RTTY. And a bunch of other CWs. Contests. For full information, go to contestcalendar.com. Okay, let's give out another try and see if anybody else is out there wants to join in the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and my station is located in East Hamilton. Any new check-ins, please come now. All right, let's go back up to Garnet, VE3GNP.
Yep, I'm still here. Still working on my TV, but I'm still here.
Oh, hey, are you trying to mount that right now?
No, I gotta get screws for it. I need a screw. No, I gotta get 4 screws, 8mm screws for the back of the TV that mount it to the bracket.
Didn't you buy that brand new? It should be in there, no?
No, they got the screws for the legs. I got the screws here for the legs, another on size for the top, the wall mounted.
Oh, yeah, we had to buy a wall mount unit separate from our TV, so that cost a little extra, but well worth it. Man, it's great to swing that TV out off the wall.
Yeah, I hear you. The TVs don't come with screws for the wall mount bracket.
No.
They come with the wall bracket, but I got my wall bracket given to me without the screws, so I had to buy screws for the zip TV. I looked in the book, and it's 8mm by 20mm.
Okay. Yeah. When we bought that kit there, everything came with it and then some. I got a bag full of bolts and nuts and washers. And I'm like, what's this for? Okay. Well, we'll save it for another time. But yeah, well, good luck with that then, Garnett.
Yeah, different TVs got different size screws for the back of it to mount it on the bracket. So I'm going to go to Home Depot or
Okay,
Home
gotcha.
Hardware or someplace tomorrow and pick up some screws.
Yep. Okay. Good enough. Yeah, now that they've started opening the economy up a little bit, that was another one of the announcements I was going to make. Um, uh, hardware stores like Canadian Tire and Lowe's, Home Depot, they're all open now. Economy is slowly opening, and I guess let's hope the numbers stay down.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, there's a couple of places I don't agree for opening up right now because of these new variants of concern, as they're so-called of concern. That's funny. Anyways, I don't agree with gyms opening up because it's a sweat factory. There's water droplets everywhere. So yeah, I don't know if we're ready for that, but yeah, it's good to see the economy opening up a little bit again. My wife's going to be getting ready to have her restaurant open at Swiss Chalet there.
Yeah, I don't think gyms are open yet. I'm pretty sure the gyms are still closed.
Yeah, I noticed a few people on the news there were griping about not being able to open, and it's so sad that a lot of the government should have stepped in and said everybody that's, I don't know why they didn't. A lot of businesses didn't accept the offer the government was making. I think it's because of the way they want it paid back. I'm not too sure exactly because I'm not a business owner, but a lot of people refuse that initial assistance.
Yep, I hear you. I don't. They got to pay a portion of it back. I'm not sure how much.
Yeah, and then they sent out checks, CERB benefit checks to 15 and 17-year-olds, and they don't even pay taxes yet. How's that going to work, eh? Look, Mom, I got a brand new Xbox. And the chair and the console.
Yep, I hear you.
Okay, Garnett, we'll let you get back to figuring out your installation there, but I think, like you mentioned, you're kind of stuck until you get those screws. Well, let's move down the list anyways and say hello again to VE3LBI. Larry, how's things going, sir? And what have you been playing around with lately? Okay, no LBI. Let's go to VA3OYL. Obey your leader.
Yes. Well, nothing much new here. I had to buy a new printer, though. So I got a scanner, photocopier, and printer, laser printer all in one. So I'm just waiting for that to come. And then I have the fun of trying to get it to connect up with the Wi-Fi. Oh, well, I did it once. I'm sure I'll do it again.
Yeah. Sometimes that can be challenging for sure. So, okay. That's a good deal. The laser printer. I've yet to own a laser printer. That may be the next step up, but we don't use it often enough, I like printing photos myself on photo paper, which takes up a lot of ink. I miss those little those little islands they had inside the Eastgate Mall there, where you can go and buy ink kits for your printers. You know what I used to do, Deb? I used to go out and buy a new printer when we'd run out of ink. For $20, I could get one at Walmart.
Funny you should mention that. I've done that as well. I have a black and white laser printer because I do a lot of printing for my genealogy. All the research, if I lose the data on the computer, I like to have a paper copy. But once in a while, when I like to print out in color photos or whatever, I have another inkjet printer. And yeah, usually it's cheaper just to get a new printer. And then I just pass the old printer along to someone else for $20, $30. They're good enough. Quality, they print well for me. So people might say that's a waste, but I pass it along. I don't junk them.
Oh, very good then. Yeah, because there's nothing wrong with them. They just run out of ink. But yeah, they must have figured out the angle now. They're going back to selling non-cheap printers. But anyways, okay, Deb. Well, then we'll save the next subject for the next round.
Okay, sounds good. One more quick thing. Are you hearing the clunking noise when I key up this microphone? I'm keying up on the microphone.
Yes, there is a clunk, a microphone clunk. But that's okay.
Can't be helped. I could go to the hand mic, I guess, but it was too close to the start of the net. So, alrighty, I'll be listening along.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Deb, ever since I got this boom mic set up here and the foot pedal switch, I am happy. The pedal, I could use a different pedal maybe, but other than that, the hands-free part, I love it. Okay, Deb, we'll talk again. Let's see if anybody else is out there. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Any new check-ins, please come now.
Victor Alpha 3, Mike Radio Bravo Mobile.
Okay, I heard Victor Alpha 3, Mike something mobile. Say again, please.
Mike Radio Bravo Mobile. Here just comes Oakville, Department Road and 407. Name here is Mike. Go ahead.
Okay, Mike, I'm having a little difficulty pulling you in there. Does anybody else have a copy on this gentleman? I didn't get the full call sign.
Tell him to bring it back, and I'll open up the squelch. I've got most of his transmission.
Okay, Mike, I know you're mobile, and I just had a hard time pulling in your call sign. Can you try again, please? Oh, must be out of range. That's too bad. I didn't get to finish the call sign. Okay, let's move on. If anyone else would like to join us, we are streaming live on YouTube. Just put in VA3CJZ in the YouTube search box and look for the live button. Anybody else out there like to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Group? My name is Chuck, and I'm located in East Hamilton below the escarpment. Any new check-ins, please come now.
VE3DJZ.
Okay, I copy VE3DJZ. Anyone else? All right, let's go say hello to Huey, VE3DJZ. How are you, Huey?
I'm good, Chuck. How you doing? Just checking in. No traffic to report. It was a beautiful day out today. Hope we get a couple of these. Other than that, take care, be safe, everybody, and enjoy it.
Yeah, very good there, Huey. Thanks for joining us. Much appreciated, sir. Hope you enjoyed the nice warm weather today there. 10.5 Celsius was the temperature over here, my friend.
I went droning today.
Oh, did you? Whereabouts?
Went down by the side of the Skyway Bridge inland waters. All the water, all the ice there is all broken up in pieces, and it looks like a big jigsaw puzzle. It looked really neat.
Oh, yeah. I saw a time lapse photo of the ice breaking up. I think it was around Chicago or something like that. And it was a time lapse photo, and they showed all the ice breaking up like little puzzle pieces. It's cool.
Yeah, I took a video of it. I put it on my Facebook about 80 feet to 100 feet above it. It looked amazing. And as you fly over the pieces, it looked like a mirror, and you could see the sky.
Oh, wow, eh? Very nice. Yeah, I'm kind of envious of you there with a nice drone like that. Beautiful pictures coming out of that thing.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love it. 4K. You ever get a drone? I'm telling you, man. Those DJI Mini 2s, they're amazing.
All right. Yeah, we'll keep that in mind for sure, Huey. All right, sir. Anything else to add?
Oh, my word. I take everything.
All right. Thanks again, Huey. VE3DJZ. Anyone else like to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and I'm located here in East Hamilton. Any check-ins, please come now. Okay, nothing heard. Let's swing it back over to VE3IMW.
Yes, Chuck, I'm still with you, and we forgot to welcome Huey to the ICOM 7100 family. He's boasting a new radio, so
Oh, yeah.
the radio that does it all doesn't do it the best of all, but it's definitely a bona fide Shack in a box. Anyways, it sounds like Larry stepped away from his radio, so I can reach out to Art and see if he's got anything else to add.
Yeah, sure thing. If you don't mind, Mac, say hello to Art for us and ask him if he can hear us.
Okay, shall do. Art, are you still with us? Bring it back and I can relay, or perhaps, maybe, just maybe, Chuck can tune his ears in a little bit better and maybe hear you in the distance. So come on back, Art, and I'm sorry I don't have your call sign written down here, but you'll be able to give it to me.
No.
Okay, Deb, I don't know if you got a copy on Art, but he's recommending that you spend some time talking to your puppy because it seems to be just as effective as encouraging people. So, a good recommendation. We always talk to our dog, whether he's good, bad, or indifferent. They're all part of the family. Anyways, Art, obviously you're looking forward to a break in the weather and perhaps being a little bit more mobile, getting out and about. So does the possibility of having clear sidewalks and roadways give you an inkling of getting into the outdoors and getting around?
I can't.
Okay, my mistake. Deb, the message is actually having a quick conversation with the man upstairs on behalf of your puppy, and perhaps that would be just as effective as anything else. Anyways, Chuck, it seems that Art's had a mishap with a taxi cab who clipped his chair, and he's now got to get his chair repaired before he can get out and about. So I think we're all going to have to watch out for our good friends, and hopefully Art has a little extra protection on his wheelchair to guard against these errant cab drivers. Okay, Art, are you going to stick with us for a little while, and we'll catch you on the next round, or are you going to turn it in for tonight? Yeah, eyesight is definitely a big issue. I think we're all blessed if we can still see regularly on a daily basis. So, yeah, all the best wishes for you maintaining the remaining eyesight that you've got. So, optic nerve damage is not something that repairs itself, but okay, Art. Well, we'll be back around to you next round, and we'll check in with you to see if there's anything else to share. So at this point in time, Chuck, I can turn it back to you, and we can carry on. I don't have anything else to add. I'm not cooking tonight, so I can't make anybody else's mouth water, but I'll be here for the duration. I'm hoping that I relayed the messages from Art sufficiently, and if I've omitted anything, feel free to let me know. Anyways, I'll take a standby and send it back to net control.
Okay, very good. Mac, thank you very much, sir. That is much appreciated. How is Art getting his groceries and his daily essentials and that? Can you ask him for me, please?
Yeah, Art, just a quick question from Chuck. How are you managing to get your groceries and your necessities of ongoing existence? Are you having that stuff delivered, or are you getting out, or is it family members that are helping out with that? Okay, he's right across the road from No Frills, so obviously getting back and forth is not a problem for him. And obviously, if I think you are where you are, then you've got a pharmacy in the same neighborhood, so that's good news.
Okay, very good. Is he done talking?
Yep, he's taking a standby, so Chuck, back to net control, and we can carry on. Thank you.
All right, very good then, Mac. Thank you for the relay. And I don't know if you've noticed the video. Your signal's coming in at roughly 15, flickering 20 sometimes on my scale. And so great signal, good, very good audio as well. Okay, then. That was a relay from VE3IMW. Let's see now. Who's next? Mike or Phil, VE3OAB. Phil, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, and I'm wondering if I'd got a key going. And if she did, when she's not keying it, she can always use it for hanging up the clothes.
You kind of broke up there. I didn't quite catch what you said she should use.
A clothes peg for make a key out of it.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, there's where there's a will, there's a way. You could even get yourself a cheap boom, desk boom from for microphones there on Amazon. That's where I got mine.
Oh yeah. Well, I mentioned the using a clothes peg last week because she wanted something a little less expensive than what was on the marketplace there for a key.
Oh, right, right. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm one of those pack rats. I don't like to throw anything out because I can see a use for it in the future.
Oh yeah, and the thing is, a lot of the stuff now is coming in from PR China.
Yes, yes. China is a big name in the news nowadays. They're flexing their muscles economically, militarily, politically. Yeah.
And because of what has happened, I figure a lot of people are going to have to pull back on their goods and let them start feeling it in the pocketbook.
Well, they're trying to promote every country is trying to promote to buy local, right? Canada's doing it. The U.S. is doing it. And unfortunately, it seems that it's affecting us because we're one of their biggest trade partners. So if they stop buying from us on certain things, it's going to hurt our economy too, right?
Maybe not, because we still got the rest of the world we can that always needs certain things that we have to keep themselves going.
Yeah, yep. It's all about if the price is right. Money talks. Actually, it doesn't. Yeah, money screams.
That's quite true. It does scream at times. Um, well, I'm going to stand by and let you go along with your list. And I'm just wondering if she took the advice and made clothes peg key.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's ask her. Debbie, are you still there? Maybe she's busy there. Phil, we'll get her around next time. Okay, this is VA3CJZ with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Week 1,432 weeks that AREG has been on the air. That's the equivalent of 27 years and 6 months. So, yeah, we're keeping it going here for John. VE3JSU is the founder, and my name is Chuck. My call is VA3CJZ. We're taking check-ins. Please come now.
VA3 AKI.
There he is. I hear VA3 AKI. Sean, good evening, Sean. Welcome. How are you?
Doing well, my friend. Doing well. How are you doing this evening?
Pretty darn good. It was a beautiful day today. Like I mentioned earlier, 10.5 Celsius on my front porch. That was unbelievable, I tell you.
Yeah, I have to agree there, pal. The wife had to go and get her hair done and stuff. So I went and grabbed myself a coffee and sat in the park and just chatted on the radio and just basically socializing. I know it's like using your phone. I don't use Facebook, but texting back and forth and whatnot. And you know what? Turned out to be a really good day.
Yeah, everybody should take advantage of those days because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Especially around the Great Lakes here, the weather can, up one day, down the other. It's you can have like 3 seasons within a few days here. Okay, Sean, by the way, great signal. I've got you here at S8 and good audio, and you can hear yourself back if you like on timestamp around 8:44. And we are on YouTube streaming live. Just punch in my call VA3CJZ and look for the live button there. Great job, Sean.
Yeah, thank you very much there, Chuck. Yeah, I'll just sit on the line here, on the side here, and listen on the conversation, and maybe I'll pop in a bit. VA3AKI, stand by.
Okay, thank you very much. VE3AKI in Milton. You're still in Milton, right?
Hang on, let me check the mail.
Well, some people move and they don't change their QRZ address. And then when I punch in their call sign, QRZ automatically detects the last information. So very good then. Okay, moving right along. Let's see if anybody else would like to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. My name is Chuck, and my call is VA3CJZ here in the east end of Hamilton. Any new check-ins, please come now. Okay, nothing heard. Let's see now. What do we got next? Okay, well, let's go up to Garnet, VE3GNP. You got that TV up yet? All right, well, let's see if Larry has come back there. VE3LBI. Larry, you there?
We are back. Yes, indisposed for a few minutes there. I have a question for you, Chuck, on your configuration for your boom mic there. I've heard you once in a while speaking that you have it connected into a box, I believe. More explanation, please.
Yes. Actually, I've got two mics on the boom at the moment. One is a microphone that goes into a transformer box, a 48-volt phantom power box, and that's how we get the mic to work.
No, did you buy that online? Okay, and I'm just follow along with me here. What's the reasoning for? You say to make it work.
Oh, I guess it's like a preamp. I don't know exactly what's in the box there, Larry. Is all I know is it transverts over to 48 volts, and from there it goes into the radio. See, I have a modular plug at the front of my radio, so the plug is a Y modular adapter. One takes the foot switch pedal, and the other pigtail takes the cable from that phantom power box.
Okay, yeah, you'll have to. Where did you get the box from? Like eBay or Amazon or something?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I bought the entire kit for $62 and change. Boom mic, phantom power box, the whole 9 yards, microphone, everything.
Interesting. Okay, I didn't have an opportunity to ask you about it before, but it just sounds kind of interesting the way you've got it set up. Yeah, I've got my boom on, but it's on the HF rig. I don't have anything on the actual the 2 meter 7 centimeter rig.
Yeah, that's the thing. These microphones, I have not found a plug that will go into my VHF UHF rig. It states right on there that it won't work in there. When you're looking for a plug, these plugs are the RJ45. They're wider than the ones that go into the UHF VHF. That one's more like a Ethernet plug.
Yeah, I think mine's an 8-pin that goes into this one here, and that's the little Kenwood I got.
Yeah, 8-pin, you might get away with it, but it's the plug itself if it's the right size. Mine is smaller because it has internet capability. So that's why the plug is the same size as an Ethernet plug. Mine has the wires capability.
Okay, so basically it's like an RJ45 if I'm following along here.
But smaller. The one that goes into my Yaesu 857, the radio that I'm on right now, Larry, that's the Heil adapter plug that goes in there. I don't know if you have a DIN plug on yours or a modular, but they have both.
No, mine's just an 8-pin plug, round.
Yeah.
So it's a round plug. So both of them, actually, the Kenwood has the same as the ICOM. But I understand what you're talking about now. Yeah, a little smaller than the RJ45, but it has probably the 8 wires in it.
Not every radio is different. My Yaesu is a 6-pin, and so I called up. Who did I call up? I called up somebody, and they gave me the number to call Bob Heil from the Heil company, and so I've yet to call him about that, but I do have his number right here.
Well, that's okay for now. I was just heard you talking about this Phantom boxer once in a while, and I just wondered what it was all about. Okay, yeah, interesting.
Yep, very. I like it a lot, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. I've only had it for a short time, but yeah. Of course, like I said, I bought the whole kit, but the adapter plug and the foot pedal switch, that was separate. I mean.
Right, but you bought it specifically for your radio through whoever.
Right. Yep. Just got to do some research, find out if your plug works on your radio, and so on and so forth. And away you go.
Yeah, I'd have to probably follow up a little bit more with this one here because it's got the up and down switch and also the keypad on it.
Yeah. Okay, well, we can talk about that at length after the net there, if you like, Larry.
Yeah, no problem. I was, like I say, just curious and just thought I'd throw it out there. So I did. Oh, here's an interesting fact, though, for everybody that likes to tinker with their soldering irons and doing some soldering. There was a topic the other night, a couple of weeks ago, talking about soldering irons and making sure that your soldering iron is grounded, especially when you're doing electronic components. Now, when you say grounded, it's not just a matter of the plug that plugs in the wall, but also the tip, because if you cause static using that tip, you'll burn out the components.
Oh, really? Where did you read about this?
I didn't. It was on a Zoom conference that I was on a couple of weeks ago. And actually, I took my own meter, put it on the end of my soldering iron, and touch it to the ground pin, and mine is actually grounded. So it's just a little piece of information I thought to throw out there.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if my plug is a 2 or 3 prong. Not even sure. Most of them are just 2.
Yeah, mine's like a soldering station. Anyways, I just thought I'd throw it out there, Chuck. Anybody that does any tinkering inside a radio or whatever, just check it out. It's just something that could be very important, especially if you're trying to replace a component. Like I say, if it's not grounded, any static or whatever could actually destroy that component. So, okay, anyways, that's it, Chuck. I'll pass it back to you. Thanks for picking me up.
All right, no problem there, Larry. Great signal, great audio as always. VE3LBI right on top of me, actually, over the escarpment. Okay, let's go back and revisit the lady with the broken microphone stand. VA3 CJZ call VA30YL.
Yes, and the saga never ends. I'm having problems with my 857 low receive, so I'm checking coaxes and everything, and I think I've narrowed it down either to a patch cable or the antenna tuner. So I hope it's not the tuner, but it never ends.
Yeah, so you've got a patch cable too? Got to check?
Yeah, I have the antenna hooked directly into the radio now, and it seems fine. So I checked the patch cable, the meters, it's fine. So I just have to look at it first and see if it's the tuner or not.
Okay, well, that's interesting. Something is keying up there. Maybe somebody is trying to crossband this frequency. Okay, then, if there's another station out there would like to join us, this is VA3 CJZ with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Taking check-ins. Please come now. Okay. Very good. Then let's move down to Mac. Chef Cordon Bleu Mac, VE3 IMW. Why no cooking tonight there, Mac?
Let's just call it COVID laziness. The weekend was a nice big pot of chili. Let me see.
Right.
Last night the wife cooked some chicken wings, but we had steamed cauliflower with it, so it was a healthy meal. Tonight, not sure. It may be a late dose of spaghetti or something along those lines just to fill the gap, but neither one of us has ventured towards the kitchen, so who knows. I've been known to have an ice cream bar for dinner sometimes, just when when the mood moves me in the right direction. But with working from home 4 days a week, typically now I'm eating my heavy meal at lunchtime, so dinner time is a little bit lighter. Anyways, I just wanted to make sure that Deb had received our relay message from Art, suggesting that a little chat with the man upstairs on behalf of your puppy might be a well-placed endeavor.
Yes, I caught that message. Thank you, Art. He's an old guy, old puppy, not Art, but the puppy is old. So, yeah, I always wonder in the back of your mind if he's gonna recover or not.
Yeah, absolutely. And the longer they're with you, the more an intrinsic part of the family they are. So, definitely. So, Art said he was going to stick around with us. So, VA3 KCI, Art, you're still hanging around and still taking nourishment. So, any further relay messages for the greater good?
Is Sean talking? Sorry.
Not yet.
Oh, I meant Art.
Yeah, okay. Well, Chuck, Art's not able to hear you at all tonight. He's got some background noise to deal with, and agreeably so. Over here, I'm seeing some really weird stuff going on. The background noise ranges from S5, it bounces up to S7, sometimes to an S8. So there's some unforeseen stuff going on in the background, and it obviously is having an effect on everybody's signal tonight. So for the people that have tried to get in and they're dropping out, yeah, not really sure what the conditions are like. On the 440 side, we saw some similar situations that on the reverse signals were not necessarily that efficient. So obviously we're still looking for atmospheric conditions to clear up, and once the solar issues are cleaned up and maybe less of an impact, perhaps things will get better. So yeah, I've made Art hungry just discussing a little bit of chili and chicken wings and stuff like that. So he too is concerned about what he's going to eat tonight. So the mind starts to wander. There's all kinds of opportunities take a walk through the pantry and see what's going to end up in the pan. Anyways, yeah, now I am getting more hungry as I start to convince myself that I'm looking forward to something delicious. And I really do think that pasta dish is going to come to fruition. Any thoughts on that?
Stop.
Art, what kind of sauce would you like with your pasta?
Stop.
Yeah, that's correct, Art. I think we've all heard about the unfortunate situation down near Wellington Street with an infant that has succumbed to
That's right.
some kind of issue down there. So extremely disheartening to hear of a youngster taken from life at that early age. So I'm sure we'll all be looking for further information on the news to see what's going on down there. I think it's well known as a drug house, and that's terribly unfortunate for the infant, and obviously somebody needs to be fully held accountable for what's going on there. Anyways, Art, I'm assuming you're going to be here for the duration, and we'll check back with you for the next round. Okay, Chuck, Art's going to call it a night and bid us all 7-3s, so he's having a hard time picking up anybody down below the hill. So us mountain folks are able to communicate well with each other, but he's probably going to jag it for the night. So, Chuck, any last words for Art that I can pass on to him?
Yeah, just tell him thank you. I appreciate him checking in, and I wish him well with the repair on his wheelchair, and I hope it is speedy. We did have a solar flare or a coronal mass ejection there a few days ago, and we've been experiencing some difficulties with communications. So it's not, it'll clear up. But anyways, pass on my best regards, and thank you.
Okay, Art, best regards from Chuck. Have a good evening, and hopefully the solar conditions will improve, and we'll see if we can't make more effective use of the airwaves. And I'm sure everybody else on frequency passes along the same sentiments. So Art will pick you up next week, and 7-3s, have a good evening. And Chuck, I'm going to take a standby. Hogged up too much of the time so far. And I'm going to keep thinking about that garlic sauce that Art was talking about, because that sounds really good for pasta.
Oh yes, yes, sir. I love my pasta sauce. I make it all the time. I was going to make chili for the Super Bowl, but I ended up not. I didn't have the beans, so I made another pasta sauce, and I recorded the Super Bowl because I was busy, and then I tried to avoid any type of news until I watched it. And then I heard, oh, Tom Brady won this and that. And I said, okay, that's it. I'm not watching the recording now. That spoiled everything. Okay, then. Let's move right along, or see if anybody else would like to check in here first. Let's give a call out. This is VA3CJZ with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Taking check-ins. Please come now.
Papa Delta Lima.
jump in there for 1 second there, Chuck. 7-3, Art. Take care. We'll pick it up next week, okay? All right, he's gone. Thanks, Chuck.
Okay, not a problem. I heard PDL. Is there anyone else would like to check in?
The 3XKV.
All right, we've got VE3XKV. Another early check-in for Bob. Thank you, sir. Welcome. Let's go say hello to PDL first. VE3PDL.
Good evening, everybody. Just a late check-in there, Chuck. I got family over, and apparently the cab just pulled up, so I'm about to jump off here and say goodbye to my son and the company, and then I'll be back. So I'll let you jump over the XKV there, Mr. Booby. V3PDL.
Like always.
All right there, Paul. Go take care of your company and family there, and we'll talk to you later. VE3PDL. Let's go say hello to Bob, VE3XKV. Good evening, Bob. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing just peachy, Chuck. And yourself?
I'm feeling pretty good today. All that warm temperature and sunshine there that really, brings out some energy from me there, because I know spring is right around the corner.
Yeah, I went out to golf there today, and I don't know. It was around noon hour. I guess it was 8.5 out there. I understand it was around 10 down here.
Yeah, 10.5 on my front porch. I think the weather network was saying 9, but it was 10 and 10.5 here.
Yeah, you're probably right in the sunshine there, right? You're under your front porch.
No, sir. Front porch never sees sunshine except when the sun first comes up for a few minutes. My house faces, north, sort of. And the front porch is on the north side. So, yeah, not much sunshine on the front porch. Backyard, though, is nice.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's... We need to get rid of some of this snow now. We've had our allotment of snow, and it can turn to water and bring up the water table and the lakes and all that, which is a good thing. We didn't get much snow this winter.
No, not at all. Oh, there we go. Yeah, not on the pedal. Very good there. Yeah, and we got it late too, eh?
We got a what?
We got late snow.
Well, yeah, but March is always, February, March are always unpredictable, right? So, but I know both my brothers have been having a ball on their snowmobiles, and so it's good for some people.
Yeah, definitely. In my younger days, I was a outdoor kind of person. Winter, summer, didn't matter. But as I get older, there, I appreciate the tropics.
Well, yeah, tell me about it. But it's coming, it's been coming for millions of years, so I don't think this spring will be any different.
Yeah, everybody's talking about global warming and this and that, but that's another can of worms. But yeah, seasons come and they go, and sometimes you get hot days during a cold, season, and we've always been like that here, up and down, up and down.
Yeah, it's kind of frightening, I guess, when you believe that we've got 9 years left to live. It was 12 years. There was 3 years ago that. Let's see what's predicting that we only had 12 years to live before climate change would destroy the world.
Yeah. Who's that from? Al Gore?
Yeah, Al Gore was into it big time, but I mean, we've had these doomsayers for as long as I've been around. Anyway, didn't hear as much talk about it back then, but there was talk about that then. Like there was predictions that never came true. So I don't think these predictions that they're spreading now are going to come true either.
Well, do you remember in the year 1999, they said that at midnight in the year 2000, Y2K would happen and every computer would shut down, and then there was another doomsday, the Mayan calendar. They said in 2012 it ends. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can remember 99, the 2000, because I was that evening I was stationed at the fire station here in Greensville. It's about a half a mile down the road from me here, with my radio gear, and everybody was expecting a catastrophe.
Oh, I know. And the computer companies were making a fortune, the repair companies and the techies all over the place. That was a big boom for them. They made tons of money.
Well, I don't know how they made money, because I had 3 computers here and they all survived it.
Yeah, but all these big companies and corporations and banks and everything else, they were afraid their computers were going to crash. And so I forget exactly what they did, but they had to pay people to alter the clocks or something inside the program to not go crazy at the stroke of midnight there. Yeah, it was a big drama, but nothing happened.
Comment.
Yeah, Larry would know. Go ahead there, Larry.
Prices we got here now, all the big corporations have made down the states have made $4 trillion off the back of the little guy that's gone tits up.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I think there was a comment in there. Larry, go ahead.
One of the biggest things that happened with the Y2K was back, nobody thought about it. What they did was they used a 2-digit year. So basically, that was the biggest problem. So what was going to happen when you rolled over to 00. So I had to come up with a way to put a digit in there to tell it that it was actually year 2000.
Yeah. See, I knew it was something along that lines there. They had to fool the PC somehow.
Well, it wasn't so much the PC; it was the programming. We took 6 months doing it, getting it prepared for it, because we only had a 2-digit year. But we spent 6 months preparing for it, and then when it actually happened, I was there 24 hours to make sure that all the programs would still function properly. Yeah. So when you ended up with 99, but you only had 99. And when you rolled over to 00, which is wrong. So we had to reprogram stuff to put a digit someplace else that would pick it up and say, okay, so this digit now says it's year 2000. So you got year 2000, 2001, and carry on. But we still only kept a 2-digit year, but with this extra digit to tell it had rolled over to the new century.
Oh, that must have been really, really old programming then, Larry.
A lot of people did it, Bob, and that's the way it was done. Nobody ever put a 1954 in there. They put 54.
Yeah, well, that was it was time for them to reprogram anyway, right? And upgrade their computers.
Yeah, it wasn't so much the upgrade of the computer; it was the software that they were running on it. That was the biggest issue. Anyways, that's my 2 cents worth. I'll turn it back over to whoever is talking. I guess. Go ahead, Chuck.
Okay, Larry, thanks for that. You know what I say? We should have rolled over to 0 and started fresh again.
Oh, don't give Mr. Trudeau any ideas, Chuck.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know, eh? Oh, wipe the slate clean, start fresh. Nobody has any debts. Oh, that would be nice.
Kind of unrealistic though, but you give everything else up, right?
I know, I know. It's just dream. It's fantasy there, Bob. Let me have at least a moment.
Well, yeah, the thing is, he's serious.
Yeah, I know, I know. Oh, geez, let's not even talk about him. Uh, we'll talk about something else. Yeah, you heard about Tiger Woods, eh? Crashing his car, wrecking his legs up. The Mars rover landing. Oh, and the CNE is saying they're gonna open up this year.
Oh, really, eh? Well, yeah. The Royals said they were going to open up this year, so because they didn't run it last year, so I'll be looking forward to that for for 6 weeks, I guess, work. And yeah, it uh, so the rover landed successfully, did it?
Yeah, apparently so. Um, I haven't really. Actually, I watched it land live, and that's all I really cared about. Uh, and yeah, it's sending back information and pictures there. I guess we'll know more in the next few days.
Yeah, or is it just one of those conspiracy projects? You know, like you and I were in around the late '60s, and we saw the landing on the moon, but
Yep.
they don't believe it today, Chuck.
When I first heard of that, I thought immediately, flat earthers. The Earth is flat, and no one ever went to the moon. But hey, there's still people like that.
Well, you'd be surprised how many people do believe that the Earth is flat. I got a friend of mine, and he's a pretty smart cookie, but he believes the Earth is flat.
Wow, eh? Well, maybe he sees things in a different dimension than we do. I don't know. Guess we just have to strap in and keep our hands and feet inside the cars at all times and enjoy the ride.
Yeah, well, okay, Chuck, there. I better turn it over to somebody else here. Don't want to hog the air. But just to mention, I did have the cross band on. I don't know if you could have heard Art that way or not.
Oh, yeah, I could have, but it's a little late now. He signed off. And yeah, okay. I completely forgot about it.
You're not a flat earther, are you, Chuck?
Oh, heck no. Not this guy. Yeah, okay. Well, I had a moment and I blew it. I forgot about that part. Okay, then for next week, we'll definitely have to mark that down actually in my little notepad here. So, yeah. All right, very good. Thanks, Bob. So, how are you and the wife doing there? Okay.
Oh, we went out. Well, we were over at Costco yesterday, and like every 3 months we go and do a major shopping thing. So, because prices are better when you get not everything, but there are some bulk things like toilet paper and paper towels and things like that. And I like to get at Costco because it's you get double for your price on certain items. I can't say that it's on all items, but certain items you get double your money's worth. So we did that, and then we like to go over to the Zayres in Galt over there because the prices are better.
Okay.
We believe it or not, we got a hamburger there at $1.99 a pound, and I must have what did I get? I got about 10 pounds of it. just throw it in the freezer. But for $1.99 a pound, and then we had four. They had chicken on there. Was 4 thighs for $3.50. It was a fixed price as well. So any four, the package of 4 chicken thighs you got, they're big, the big chicken thighs, not the little ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
For $3.50, you can't beat that. You can't beat those prices, Chuck.
Gosh, that almost sounds like American prices. $1.99 for hamburger meat. Wow. Last time I looked at hamburger meat, I couldn't believe the price for a pound. I was like, "What? Are you kidding me?"
Well, we were like I say, we were in Costco the other day, and it was somewhere around $8 a pound. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say the same. I think at Walmart it was like $7 a pound or something like that. It's crazy.
Boy, that was a fast go around.
Oh,
Yeah, after I said goodbye to everybody, I just came back and sat down, and you're back to Bob again.
I'm still with Bob. We like to talk. It's only 9:21 p.m. Well, let's take a break then for a second and see if anybody else is out there would like to check in the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. My name is Chuck, and my call is VA3CJZ. We are streaming live on YouTube. Just put in my call, VA3CJZ, and we are live. Any new check-ins, please come now.
I was just being funny, Chuck.
And I'm laughing with you there, Paul. Can you see?
Well, if I didn't have something stupid to say, you guys wouldn't believe it's me.
Whatever, Paul.
Alrighty then. Okay, Bob, you gonna stick around there till the end?
Oh yeah, I'll be floating around here. I got to go upstairs. I'm down in the radio room right now. You probably could tell because my audio is so much better. I'm not on the crossband, so yeah. But I gotta go upstairs for a bit. I'll take the crossband radio with me. I'll be listening, and Paul, I don't think we could miss you with that. You have a distinct voice, so. I can't say that we don't know who's there.
Oh, so you're telling me I couldn't disguise my voice and throw a carrier without getting pinched, eh? Huh. Uh-oh.
Not unless you make yourself sound like a little girl.
Paul's busted.
I don't know if my voice will go that low. Hello?
Hello, Paul.
Okay then.
Anyway, it's good to hear you in there, Bob. Didn't mean to interrupt. I was just throwing a funny in there, but yeah, I'll throw it back to Chuck there. Do your thing there, Chuckles V3PDO.
Okay, Chuckles here. Ladies and gentlemen, strap in, put your seatbelt on nice and tight. Keep your hands and feet inside the cars at all time. Enjoy the flight. Let's see if anybody else is out there who'd like to join us on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ taking check-ins. Please come now. All right, let's go visit our friend Garnett, VE3GNP. You still with us, Garnett?
Well, I'm over here. I'm close by anyway. How you doing, Bob?
I think Bob is setting up his crossband there so he can leave the radio room.
Yeah, I heard him running a little while. I know he's been in the hospital and that, so hopefully he's doing good.
Yeah. I think things are moving along now for him, so that's good to hear. Okay, well, let's see. I forget now. Mike, KMQ. Oh, no, he's gone. Larry would be up next. VE3LBI, Larry.
Yep, we're still here listening along. I was just listening to the conversation. I had to step away for a minute, but I guess Art's gone. What else has happened? Oh, I decided to tear off the back of my hand yesterday. I got one of those floor mats for my chair, and I was adjusting that, and I slid the chair back, and I caught the edge of the desk that's here, well, the one I built, and I had to go and do some repair under that. Just another day in the life.
Yeah. Knuckle scrapers. Yeah, you got to be careful of that. So you got one of those nano VNAs, and I think PDL got one. I wonder how both of you guys made out with that thing. You able to use it yet?
Oh yeah, I've used mine quite a bit. Once I got it out of the box and decided to start playing with it, but no, I've used it quite a bit. Have it figured out to what I want to use it for, and have different frequencies now stored
later
into it, so I don't have to keep doing the actual calibration on it all the time.
Ah, very good. How about PDL? You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here, Chuck. Yep.
Did you get your nano working?
Oh yeah. To be honest, it was LJW that found a link to it. Larry sent me a bunch of good ones too. The other Larry, LBI. But yeah, downtown Larry, your neighbor, sent me one, and it was just a quick start, just for the SWR on it. It bypasses all the other stuff and just focuses on the analyzer part. So like the SWR and such. So yeah, I got that part down pat, and blink of an eye, it's easy 1, 2, 3 step. So yeah, you calibrate it and you're off to the races. Get your start frequency, your stop frequency, and giddy up and go.
Oh, very good. What'd you pay for yours, if you don't mind me asking?
$68.
Oh, very good. Well, I'll have to put that on my wish list. All right, thank you, Paul. Back over to Larry there. Yeah, so I wonder, have you had any response to the guides that you put on there for the Nano VNA? People are looking at it.
I don't know. Nobody really comments on it. Actually, Mac has one too. He was the one that I think put something on the page there to do with the extra components for it. That I think it's a 3-foot long cable, some odds and ends can go with it that work out well. The only thing I did do is I actually calibrated mine with that 3-foot cable on there. It's got the it's an SO238, is it, or whatever, on the other end, not an SO239, but SO238 or plug where you can actually connect your antenna directly to it.
So what else did you have to buy to go with it? Did it, like, when the package came, were you ready to, could you just put it on? You had the cables and everything, or you had to buy those separate?
No, basically you get everything. You get, well, you do need to have a cable with an SMA connector to a SO239, obviously. But I had one anyways, but this other one that Mac had put on there, I picked up, I think it was $16.84 or something. Maybe no, it wasn't even that much. It was, I forget, it was like, it was $14.85, the cable, and some other connections with SMA stuff. It was all a little package he posted on the net there, or on the group, and it just gives you better, longer distance to do stuff. The Nano just has SMA connectors on it. They have a new one out now that has the SO239s built on it, but they are just doing some of the research and looking at it. They're basically connected right to the SMA connectors. So it just gives you a bit of a longer reach, and I usually hook mine up to the computer where I can download the information and store it and look at it historically, or play with some of the points on it. Because you can actually put marks on it. So if you've got a curve, let's say the curve goes from the bottom left to up a bit and then down to the right. You can actually go to the top of that curve with a marker. It'll tell you the frequency and what the SWR is at the top. So your bottom line is your basically 1-to-1 match.
Oh yeah, right on. Very good. Like I said, I'll once I've got everything else that I want to get there, we'll be putting that on the list. Okay, Larry. Anything else before we move along?
Nope, nope. And they do quite well. Like I said, they've been compared to some of the other units that are out there that cost $600, $700, $800, and they say that they work quite well and do actually a few more functions. So, anyway, Chuck, nope, back over to you.
All right, very good then. Okay, thanks for that information, Larry. Let's go to VA3OYL. Deb, are you there, young lady?
Yes, I am, and I'm wondering if my signal has come up at all. I think I found the offending patch cable.
It has, Deb.
Okay, woohoo! Now I just have to fix the microphone.
There you go. Phil had a comment earlier there. You must have stepped away. He said to use a clothespin or something there. Well, he'll be after Mac there. But anyways, yeah, very good. Well, yeah, you're full strength now. I don't know if you can see it on the YouTube stream, but you went from about 15 over S9 to full strength now.
Yeah, I just happened to look at the needle and my SWR was up, and I thought, oh, what's going on? And then I thought, oh yeah, there's a patch cable in here somewhere. Took it off, and my SWR went down. So there we go. No meter required. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah, right on. Yes, those pesky little patch cords, eh? You got to trace them down and find the offender. Well, very good, Deb. I'm glad you found the culprit. Okay, then we're gonna move along and say hello to Mac, VA3IMW.
Yeah, tis I, VA3IMW. Deb, your signal has bounced back up to a plus 20 up the hill. So good job on the troubleshooting. And Larry has identified, yes, a very good solution for antenna tuning. And a lot of this information that's been shared around. The Nano VNA plus the connector kit. I think I got my Nano for about $58. And I chuckled when you said you were going to put it on your wish list. I would not suggest purchasing it from Wish. Get it from Amazon because you can find multiple providers and shorter lead time delivery. But the kit that goes with it, the kit you order separately gives you an opportunity to connect through a cable to SO239 or whatever the heck it is. But the first day that I got mine, I spent, I think, 20 minutes, and that was enough time for me to tune both the 220 and the 440 side of my dual band mobile antenna. So I do recall the old days of hooking up your SWR meter and keying up a carrier and making the adjustments to the antenna lengths and then going back and retrying it all over again. This was a heck of a lot quicker, and it's definitely on your personal Christmas list for sure.
Yes, because I'm not done putting antennas up. I only have 7 up.
Yeah, and speaking of antennas, I'm patiently waiting for Radio World to get my end-fed half-wave delivered, but obviously, is it MFJ or MJF or whoever they are? They're kind of slow to fill the orders, so venturing down into HF is going to be purely a listening exercise until that unit comes in. I don't know where else to go for it. There are a number of other websites and stuff that's available. And of course, the other opportunity is to purchase a Ballon and construct something myself. But I'm feeling a little nervous about exposing my radio to something that I build myself that could not be good for the radio. Anyways, I will be looking for opportunities, but at this point, it's just a wait and see if this MFJ unit can get delivered.
Yes, I know what you mean. I remember Arpad mentioning on his net that he really liked the end-fed half-wave antenna there, and he said he tried to order another one and he couldn't find any anywhere. So maybe that's part of that delay that you're experiencing. I don't know what happened, but I guess they ran out of them and didn't have the factory up and running for a little while during that initial shutdown. Probably still playing catch up.
Well, that is possible, but wouldn't it be marvelous if we had a Canadian source that was building these things? Hint, hint. Somebody who had a lot of time on their hands and was really electronically adept. Hint, hint. I can think of 3 or 4 people on this frequency that would be excellent antenna builders and providers. A little supplement for your old age pension.
Yeah, well, you never know, eh? Never know. Okay, Mac, we're gonna keep this moving along here. It's 9:36 p.m. and plus 2 degrees outside. That's nice. Last time I looked, it was 3, so it's cooling down now a little bit. And let's move down to Phil and say hello to Phil if he's still there. VE3OAB. Okay, nothing heard. How about Huey? VE3DJZ. Okay, let's try Sean and Milton. VA3AKI. Sean, are you there?
Dropping like flies.
Yeah, they're dropping like flies. And of course, this is probably week 2 for Vanya to be on the afternoon shift. So we might hear him next week. There's a couple of guys there. I know Richard, VA3 VJC. He's having issues with his antenna and radios and whatnot. So he's not transmitting for a little while. And so, yeah, that's okay. We'll carry along. We've got 11 check-ins. Let's see if anybody else is out there would like to check into the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and my station is located in the east end of Hamilton. We are streaming live on YouTube. In the search box, put in VA3CJZ. Any new check-ins, please come now.
VA3NFG.
LW.
Okay, I think I picked up 2 stations there. VA3NFG and V3LLW. Thank you for that, Leanne. Okay, let's go to Steve, VA3NFG. Good evening, Steve. How are you?
What are you saying, Chuck? Hello to all on net. All 12 of us now.
13.
Not including myself. We're doing all right. Just chilling back here, trying to reflash an Android box here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's about it, man. Just taking it easy.
Oh, very good, very good. Okay, Steve. So how do you flash that? You need to download the file for it.
Yeah, you got to download the firmware and then download
the Logic USB burning tool, and hopefully that's all you have to download. And then it's just a procedure kind of thing. This thing's dead in the water. It's got no display, no nothing, but yeah, you plug it in and it's got power. I've taken both covers off. I've just got the circuit board here laying on a piece of cardboard with it plugged in. But I downloaded the software earlier today, but I haven't attempted the reflash yet. But I'm off tomorrow too, so I'll be toying with this probably tomorrow.
Okay, very good. Yeah, it's kind of like a dead PC. When you turn the power on, you just get the black screen and that flashing cursor. Yeah, probably just needs a good firmware reset there.
Yeah, hopefully that's it. I've attempted the toothpick reset method, but with no luck. So apparently you gotta load up the USB burning tool and set it to start, and then you plug in the USB into the board, and hopefully it'll recognize it, because it doesn't even recognize it on the computer. So it's pretty dead.
Yeah, well, maybe somebody out there that's listening may be able to help you out there. I know one of my neighbors, LJW, he's got experience with those things. He may be able to help. But okay, good luck with that, Steve. Anything else before we move along? Okay, I guess that's it for Steve. Let's go and say hello to VE3LLW. Good evening and welcome.
Hello, everybody. Just throwing a bean in the pot. Have a good night. Been hanging out with granddaughter and grand doggy. So it was a good night.
Oh, that's good. That's good. All right, then. Very good, Leanne. Well, thank you for jumping on and saying hello. You've got a great radio voice, and obviously that station is a good station. Great signal. All right, Leanne, everything else okay for you?
Absolutely. You guys have a great night. 73. Bye now.
Okay. That's YL number 2 for the net. That's a record, Leanne. Thank you very much. Okay, VE3LLW. Let's see if anybody else would like to check into the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. Any new check-ins, please come now. Okay, well, the next person on the list would have been VE3PDL. Are you still available?
Yeah, I just had to get the broom and sweep the wife out of my radio space here. She thought she was taking over for a minute, Chuck. Almost got beat up there.
Yeah, once you sit in that chair and you take control, it's like, what do you mean? I'm comfortable now. Yeah, it was nice hearing Leanne on the air tonight. Like I said, great radio voice, and yeah, just gotta sometimes get that shyness out. So that's very good. 2 ILs in one night on the net. That even beats our pads record, I think, or ties with them.
Yeah, probably. Oh, you want to hear my dilemma for the day? Well, we had to take my cat in. I think I told you yesterday that the cat got in a fight and got wounded in the same spot, like just before Christmas. 3 wounds in him, on his right shoulder, right front shoulder, and $300 later, right before Christmas, and we just had to take him in again today to get his stitches. And there was again 3 holes, but they were the way they were situated. The vet actually had to cut the skin in between the 3 holes right out completely, throw it away, and then pull the skin over and stitch it. So, yeah,
Yeah.
from 3 little puncture holes into a hole the size of a toonie, maybe a smidgen bigger. Unbelievable. So, yeah, if that's not bad enough, my son come up. He's one of the ones that come up. My youngest son, he brought his dog, and his dog's been missing the brothers, so he's having a sleepover. So they left the dog here. So I got the 3 dogs, and I trim all their nails. 2 of the 3 dogs I cut a little too far on 1 nail each, and they're leaking blood all over the place. It's not been a good animal day.
Oh, dear, dear. Poor kitty. Well, he's a tough one, that's for sure, eh? Yeah. Well, when you want to roam the streets, you better be tough. And I guess yours is.
Yeah, crazy, eh? And of course, I had to go and cut the quick on the dog's nail, 1 each. So, and it just won't stop bleeding. We put the baking soda on there, which is supposed to help coagulate the blood and stuff. And yeah, they just keep licking it. So
Yeah.
as soon as it coagulates, they lick that dried spot off, and it's fresh again. So yeah, following the dogs around with a mop. Unbelievable. Anyways, that's part of being a pet-friendly family. I'll pass it back to you, Chuck, V3PDL.
All right there, Paul. Well, I wish your dog and cat, or dogs and cat, speedy recovery there. And next time, leave that stuff up to the pros. That's why I'm afraid to do it. I'm so deathly afraid of injuring my dog while doing that, because I've never done it before. So it's one thing to do it when they're puppies, right? So yeah. All right. Okay, Paul. VE3PDL. One moment. What's the matter?
Toenails on the dog?
Okay, let's go to VE3XKV. Bob, you still there?
Yeah, we're still hanging around here, Chuck. Listen to all the lamentations. Well, you must feel like a shit there, Paul.
What's that, Bob?
I says you must feel like a shit.
Yeah, I know, eh? The wife keeps coming up to me. It's okay, honey. It'll stop. I know it will, but still choked that I cut it too deep.
I know what you mean. You know, like it's you love the animals like that. There, you don't, you know, when you inadvertently hurt them like that, it cuts you pretty deep.
Oh, they're like your kids, right? So if you were cutting your baby's fingernails and you cut too far and cut his fingertip off, that's kind of a similar feeling.
Yep, yeah, I agree with you. I hear you. Yeah, I don't haven't got anything else to add here, Chuck. But we are listening.
All right, very good, very good. Then I was just going through the list, not in order, as a matter of fact. We kind of zigzagged there as as the night went on. But thank you, Bob, out at Flamborough, VE3XKV. Anyone else out there like to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Room? Excuse me. This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and my station is located here in East Hamilton. Any new check-ins, please come now. All right, nothing heard. Kind of a slow ending to the night here. We've got, not including myself, well, including myself, we've got 14 check-ins. So, okay, well, let's start off the last call list then, and go with Garnett. VE3GNP. Last call, Garnett.
Yes, Yep, I'm here, Chuck. I was just in the other room.
He's scared I was going to go over and cut his toenails, too.
Yeah, that would be terrible if I bleed all over the place. I heard you did to your dogs.
I know, eh? Anyway, good to hear you in there, Garnet.
Paul the Butcher.
Yeah, right.
Paul the Nail Clipper Butcher. Oh, we're going to make you feel bad now. Okay, then. All right, Garnett. Well, thanks for stopping by, my friend, and sticking around. It's always a pleasure chatting with you, sir.
How can I, Chuck? Anybody else on net? Actually, Chuck tonight was a fairly decent net. It was nicer than normally. Yeah, it was good tonight.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I always try and, keep it lively and not on topics that people get angry over. We try and make this a fun net. So thanks for that, Garnett. It's much appreciated, sir. Have a good night, and we'll talk to you again soon. VE3GNP. Next on the list is Larry, VE3LBI. This will be last call, Larry.
Yep, nothing more to add. Just thank Mac there for picking up Art and that little unit that you posted there on the group, Mac. That worked out great. Like I said, I did pick it up. I had a $10 Amazon coupon, so it cost me like $4.85 or something like that. It worked out well. Anyways, okay, back over to you, Chuck, and we'll probably be sticking around for a bit after. Anyway, if anybody else is. VE3LBI, we're clear.
Okay, Larry. Thank you, sir, for sticking around and being part of this net. Much appreciated. Next is our friend in the West End, VA3OYL. Debbie, last call.
Yes. Paul, don't worry about it. Even groomers happen to clip the nails too short sometimes, especially if they're black. You can't see where the quick is. So the dogs and cat and everybody will be okay. Good net. Productive for me, even though my microphone fell apart. I feel like I'm singing because I'm holding the mic in my hand right now. But I won't sing. I won't do that to you. So I'll say 7-3 to all on net, and have a good night, all. VA3OYL.
Okay, Deb. Well, thank you very much for stopping by. Maybe you can get a hold of Huey, VE3DJZ there. He's the karaoke king on the frequency, and he could help you out there with that microphone. All right. Next on the list is Mac, VE3IMW. Last call, Mac.
Yeah, thanks, Chuck. All kinds of musical references coming up tonight. East End boys and West End girls. So 7-3's dead. And many happy returns of your microphone. Larry, duly noted. Super unit, this nano VNA and all the bits and pieces that go with it. Definitely a leg up on technology. Chuck, again, very good net. Always look forward to this on Wednesday evening. And of course, you can't do without your stalker. So nice to see PDL in there. So 7-3s for now. I'm going to be dashing off for roasted garlic and butter linguine. So if you're not hungry now, you will be soon. VA3IMW for ID. 7-3's all. Good night.
Oh, hold on here a minute. You left me till last and you didn't invite me for supper. Wow, I'm offended.
Weren't you busy cutting off a dog's foot or something?
I knew that was coming. Good to hear you in there, Mac.
Got you to the quick, and that's where that phrase comes from. 7-3's all.
Oh, that's a good one. Good comeback there, Mac. Okay, VA3IMW. Thank you, sir. Okay, next on the list. Did we go to Deb? I'm confused now. We just did Deb and then Mac, right?
Yes, and I didn't have a chance to say thanks to Deb for her comment. And yeah, I know I've been cutting the dog's nails for years, but I always tried my best not to. And there's just that odd time you go too deep, and there's even that guard to help you stop. But I hadn't done my dogs for a while, so their nails were kind of long, and I guess they kind of pushed that guard out a little bit. So yeah, bummer. But they'll get over it. It's not their first time in the rodeo.
Yeah, yeah. They're quite resilient, but it breaks our heart to see anything happen to them. That's for sure. Okay, Paul. Thank you. And let's go to Phil for last call. VE3 Oscar Alpha Bravo.
VE3 OAV back. I'm going to pass on my 73s to all. Anybody that's going contesting in the next week, good luck, and may you all have a very safe and happy week until next week. So VE3 OAB clear.
Okay, Phil. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us tonight. It's always a pleasure, sir. And hopefully the conditions will clear up for the weekend, and we'll get some good propagation. I know we're experiencing some radio technical difficulties due to that coronal mass ejection that we had a few days ago, but it will pass. And speaking of contests there, Phil, brush up on your French, because France and the French territories are having their contest this weekend, the REF contest. Okay, thank you very much again, Phil. Let's move down to the next person on the list. That would be Huey, VE3 DJZ. Last call, Huey. Are you there? Okay, nothing heard. Let's go to Sean, VA3 Alpha Kilo India. Okay, nothing heard. Next on the list is PDL again, sir. Last call, Paul.
You like to say that just because it rhymes, eh?
Yeah.
You're rotten stalker, you. Anyways, Chuck, awesome job again, like always, sir. I'll endeavor to tune in before 9 o'clock next week.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
And I know how you guys can't handle me not throwing my silly, stupid comments in there when they're unwanted, so I'll try to tune in sooner next week. V3 PDL, back to you, sir. Good job.
And step away from the Clippers.
Didn't you go 7-3 to eat supper already?
Step away from the Clippers. Okay, Paul. Always a pleasure, sir. You're more than welcome to chime in at any time, and so is everyone else. We've had a great time here, and we've been streaming live on YouTube as well. So thank you for those people joining us. And now let's go to Bob, VE3XKV. Last call, Bob.
Okay, Chuck. Good. That time kind of flew by pretty quick. But that's what happens when you're talking, you know. You don't realize how long you talk until you check the time and see how much of it flew by. But anyway, yeah, well, we'll catch it during the week anyway. So, yeah, carry on. V3XKB.
All right, sir. You know, I always monitor this frequency anyways. So, yes, sir. Call out anytime. And that goes for everyone. We're usually monitoring during the day and night here. I don't sleep with the radio on, so just so you know. Okay, VE3XKV in Flamborough. Next, let's go to the top of the hill and say hello to Steve, VA3NFG. Last call.
Oh, very good. Good net there, Chuck. was just about an hour late, maybe an hour and a half late. But at least I made it. I think I was check-in number 12?
11.
I don't know. Somewhere around there. But, yep. Right on. We'll do it again next week for sure, bud. And, yep, that's about it. Everybody have a good night, and we'll catch you next week, unless we catch you on RPAD's COVID net at 7.
Absolutely.
So, that being said, we'll hang it up. 7-3s, everyone, and chat at you later. VA3 and FG.
All right. Thank you, Steve. Yeah, next time, try and remember to come in a little earlier, and we'll the more the merrier, and more things to talk about. Okay, Steve, thank you very much. VA3 NFG. Well, next is VE3LLW. I don't know if she's available to say goodnight, but let's give a call out anyways.
No, she's tied up in the kitchen there at the moment, Chuck.
Okay, well, thank you, PDL, for that. Tell her I say goodnight, and thank you a bunch. Much appreciated. Okay. Well, let's do one last call out there. Any last minute calls or check-ins for the Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is VA3 CJZ taking last call check-ins. Come in.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Echo Echo.
All right, there you go, Perry. Check-in number 15, if you include myself, but I don't put my name on the list because it shows up on my my logbook, so I know I'm there. Very good, Perry. Good evening. How are you?
Good, and how are you, Chuck?
Oh, I'm fabulous. Fabulous there. It was a great day today, 10.5 degrees on the front porch. You can't beat that for, February 24th, right?
Yeah, somehow I think we're going to pay for it.
Yeah. Well, just remember, during the March break, there's a storm that blows in either before or after March break. So I'm expecting that.
Yeah, and it'll probably happen too. But anyways, yeah, it's a nice little break.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Well, you made it just in time for us to wrap up there. Your check-in number 14, or if you include me, it's 15. But either way, thanks for joining the list there, Perry. You going to stick around a little bit afterwards, or what?
You just never know, Chuck. You just never know.
All right. Crack open another one for me. VA3 Charlie Echo Perry, much appreciated, sir. Well, is there anybody else who'd like to check in at the last minute here? This is VA3 CJZ with the AREG. Any new check-ins, come now. All right, well, that's it. It's been a blast. I had a great time tonight. I hope you guys did too. And it's now time to close this evening's AREG. Tonight marks week 1,432 weeks. I asked my Echo device there. That's 27 years and 6 months tonight. Wow, that AREG has been on the air. I'd like to thank everyone for participating in this week's AREG, and I look forward to hearing from you again next week. Until then, stay safe and have a great rest of the week. This is VA3 saying 7-3 and good night.
Everybody caught that, eh?